Just visit the new Calgary-Herald.com with more of everything worth knowing.
I mean, they game planned about this last week, and really when it comes right down to it, you'll see much the same thing that worked so well for them in the Labor Day game tonight. The defense was terrific, the offense was balanced, special teams were great. I mean, they might throw a few tweaks here and there that they kind of held up their sleeve, but really, like you say, there's not an awful lot of time that they can do much in terms of severe game planning for tonight's game.
We've seen some changes, particularly Jermaine Copeland. He's really distinguished himself as a leader on that squad, and I think out of the coach's doghouse.
Yeah, there's a guy, I'm not sure that he was in the doghouse per se, but I mean, there's a guy who's older than your average receiver, we'll say, in the CFL, but still got lots of gas in the tank, as evidenced by what we've seen this year. And, you know, overshadowed maybe a little bit by the Nick Lewises and the Kenyon Rambos last year, but with Rambo out, Copeland has really stepped up. I thought his last three games have been the best of his career here with the Stampeders, and I mean, that catch he made against Edmonton in the Labor Day game, one of the greatest you'll ever see. So, and there's a guy who he loves the game and is taking advantage of the opportunity that's been presented to him this year.
Henry Burris had a very workmanlike game on Monday. What do we expect tonight?
I think much the same thing. I mean, the key with Henry right now is he's not making mistakes, and you know, he's being smart with the ball. He's throwing it away when he needs to. He's tucking it in when he needs to. He's just playing very smart football. Maybe that's not going to put up those 450-yard games like we saw last time in Edmonton, but still, it's good enough to win, and that's exactly what the Stamps demand from him. They've got a balance on offense. They've got Joffrey Reynolds running well right now, and Henry kind of complements that, and the key is that he's playing smart football.
Any other key players we should be looking out for tonight?
I think two guys that really kind of stood up against Edmonton. Keon Raymond had a terrific game, I thought, stepping in for Brandon Browner at cornerback. Ricky Ray did test him, there's no question about that. They tested him hard, but he stepped up to the challenge. Nothing got behind him. And Tim Johnson, I think he had 8 tackles against the Eskimos on Labor Day. Really played a big role in shutting down Archie Whitlock, their running back, and limiting them to something like 56 yards rushing. So both those guys had a great game on defense.
Charleston Hughes is in town, was in the owner's box Monday. Do you expect to see any action from him tonight, or is it just too early?
I'd be very surprised if either he or Terrius George, both of them signed earlier this week. Two great defensive players, defensive ends that have played with the Stampeders before, obviously. I doubt very much that you'll see them tonight. Stranger things could happen, but I'm not sure that you want to mess with the defense that played so well on Labor Day. And, you know, the fact is those guys do have to go out and win a job, and they haven't done that yet. I don't think he can do it in 2 days or one practice, but I expect both will see some significant action down the stretch leading to the playoffs.
One last thing, 6 penalties on Labor Day. John Huffnagel has got to be happy. Is the message finally gotten through, or was this just an all-around disciplined effort from the Stampeders?
It's funny, again, you know, we talked so much about parallels to last year in terms of they were 5-4 at this mark last year. They were having penalty issues the first part of last season, and somewhere around Labor Day, last year, of course, they lost at Labor Day, but soon after that, they really started playing smart football, and we saw evidence of that on Labor Day. Like you said, 6 penalties, 56 yards, nothing that really stood out as a boneheaded penalty whatsoever. Yeah, I think the message is finally starting to sink in.
But we all know from history, a Labor Day sweep, meaning the Friday game in Edmonton and Monday in Calgary, very difficult.
Extremely difficult, and you know, obviously Calgary's got some momentum, but that's going to be a very angry Edmonton team tonight. I'm sure they heard all about it this week. They read about it in the media. They heard about it from their coaches. I'm sure they're beating themselves up over it. I don't think you'll see the same kind of Edmonton team tonight that you saw on Labor Day.